Hello everyone, welcome you all again in the journey of mathematics learning. Now, today is very important class for you all. You just follow this and you will never regret. So what is the surprise behind this? What is all about today's class? Today's class is all about what are the parts, what type of questions that you have to practice from each and every chapter that we have from class 10 that we are going to discuss today. So let's start from the real number. Real number, you can see here, first important question that is 100% sure will be asked in the board examination is proving irrational numbers. But for that also we used to have certain forms. There's root 2, square root 3, root square root 5. Such problems should be solved with a long method. But another root over 180. First it should be simplified. Then you have to use some results just like this. Product of non-zero rational and an irrational is always irrational. And thus proving the irrational section used to have three important parts. That is, one is direct. Second, sometimes the question will be asked just like this. 2 plus 5 root 3 is an irrational. You are supposed to prove this is an irrational number where this root 3 will be given to us. That is already irrational. This first and second is direct. This one, where for this root 3, for root 3, we already have a given information, and another these types, root over 180, root over 405, such type of problems that you need to practice. So next is fundamental theorem of arithmetic. From the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, you are supposed to find it out, LCM at HCF. So fundamental theorem of arithmetic says that any composite number can be expressed as the product of the primes uniquely. Isn't it? That is the statement. By using that prime factorization method, it may be asked to find it out LCM and HCF. Another is that question will be asked based on product of any two positive number is equal to the product of their LCM and HCF. These are very much important. These are the parts. These are kind of checklist. If you follow this, all the problems will be from these parts only. That I can assure. Next is that how to check primes and composite. For that I have written here P1 into P2 into ... Pn plus 1 is prime. There are certain formats. If you follow that formats, that you can understand that given number is prime or composite. Clear or not? So that is the thing that we used to get from this real number chapter. Another important word problems will be asked from LCM and HCF. That is, if three friends have started running in a circular park, suppose at morning AM, and they have a different time of completion of rounds. Suppose first one of the friend will take 5 minutes, another will take 10 minutes, another will take 15 minutes, and if they have started at the same time at morning, suppose 6:10 AM, then what is the immediate next time that they are meeting again at some point in that circular park? So such type of problems will be asked from the LCM and HCF section. Be careful for that. Just say this, these are the sections from where you are going to score 6 marks. Very easy units are there. I have separated by looking into the previous year question papers. That's why I can say that from these parts only you are going to get the questions in board examination. That is for sure. Another chapter is polynomials, which is under algebra. Algebra gives us 20 marks in board examination. This is one of the chapter out of 4 chapters from the algebra. So we will discuss only the problems that may be asked in the board examination from the chapter polynomials. Number 1, verification of roots and coefficients. Find the roots and verify the relationship between roots and coefficients only of quadratic polynomials. But that quadratic may be in the standard form or may not be in the standard form. From there, you have to find it out the roots and you need to verify the relationship between the roots and coefficient. That means sum of the roots is minus b by a, product of the roots as c by a. Another is that this is second part, that is forming the quadratic polynomial. To form the quadratic polynomial, I already have uploaded the video in the channel. You just go through the videos from that channel. You will find it out the important formula, how to construct and how to write a quadratic formula under some given informations. So what are the given informations will be with us? Number one is that the value of roots will be given to us. This is one of the pattern. Another, directly sum and product of the roots will be provided for us. Then also we need to form the quadratic polynomials. Third is, sometimes it may be asked that sum of the two roots and difference of the roots will be provided for us, or some relation of two roots will be provided for us. From there we need to form the quadratic polynomial. And lastly, to form the quadratic polynomial, one of the quadratic polynomial will be given to us. Say for example, x square minus 3x plus 2. So this is a quadratic polynomial. You are supposed to form a quadratic polynomial. The format will be this: sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots. You need to form this one, but it has the roots which is double of the roots of this quadratic polynomial. Sometimes may be asked as double, sometimes it may be triple, or any relation between the roots will be given to us. From there we need to form the quadratic polynomial. So that's all from the polynomial section. Especially, actually we used to say that only two parts. One is roots and coefficient verification. Second is, what is that? Second is forming the quadratic polynomial. Now next we'll talk about the pair of linear equations. Famous question, almost every year this question will be asked from the consistent and inconsistent. Consistent means which used to have pair of the system of the equations which used to have at least a solution. Inconsistent, no solution. From there to find the value of k or p or some unknown. Second, solve the pair of linear equations graphically. High chances of getting in the board examination. Another, under algebraic method, you need to practice substitution and elimination. But you may not get the question directly solve the following equations using elimination method. If you'll get, that is your luck. That is your good luck. But hope so you will be getting. But apart from these direct questions, there are lots of questions, lots of sections from where in board examinations question may be asked. Another is that if you'll see such type of problems are already there in the board examination. We have seen this type of problems in the board examination, where neither you will be comfortable to use the graphical method, nor the substitution, nor the elimination method. Then it has very beautiful way of solving this. First you need to add the equation, you will be getting another equation. If you subtract these two equations, you will be getting another equation. If you use elimination or substitution, between that formed two equations, then the value of x and y will be calculated easily. You will be getting the solution for this. Next is word problems. Under word problems, most probably there will be age related problems, digits related problem, speed related problem, cost and numbers related problems will be there in the board examination. Now for a speed problem, only one type of problem may be asked in the board examination. That I already have explained about such type of problems. So these are the units, these are the parts, content. These are the content that we have from pair of linear equations, under which the questions will be asked in the board examination. Next, quadratic equation. From quadratic equation, the questions will be asked. This type of question: find the roots. But for that, you may be getting this square root or square root 3. That means a kind of irrational number in the middle term. You need to find the roots, not using the quadratic formula, Sridhar formula, but by factorization. Next is that nature of the roots. From this nature of the roots, one question will be asked 100%. The pattern of the question will be find the value of k or p or prove something where the quadratic equation has real or equal roots or real roots. So such type of equations from this quadratic equation are used to have high chances, almost 100%. So another is word problems. From there, speed, marks, numbers, mensuration, fractions. These all types of the problems we already have discussed. I already have uploaded the video related to this type of problems in details. Please go through this. You will find it out all these content there. Now next, arithmetic progression. From arithmetic progression, only two parts that we need to see: nth term, that is denoted by an, and sum of the first n terms Sn. So here, if you know the value of a and d, a is first term, d is common difference, you can find it out anything in the arithmetic progression. Now next is that relationship between nth term and the sum of the first n terms, that is an is equals to Sn minus 1. Some of the questions you may get where you have to use this formula. Another is, almost all the questions in AP are word problems. Under word problems, there are various problems that if you'll go through the NCERT book, you will find it out maximum questions, that is word problems. The word problems will be there, and another important question that may be asked in the MCQ, that 3 consecutive terms will be given to us. From there we need to find it out the unknown. That is also one of the most important part or important content that we have from the arithmetic progression. Now these are the things, only these if you practice under these categories, the questions under these categories, definitely you will score good marks from there. So next we will be having coordinate geometry. Most scoring chapter. We have only 2 things to see. One is distance formula, another is section formula. Now what we need to practice from the distance formula? First, practice to find the distance directly. Second is equidistant problem. Third is collinearity. Fourth is types of triangles where 3 coordinates will be provided for us. And fifth is types of quadrilateral where 4 coordinates of the vertices will be provided for us. These are the parts that will be there from the distance formula. And from the section formula, direct question may be there to find it out, the point of division, when the ratios and 2 end coordinate of the end points will be provided for us. And another midpoint formula is also there, that also comes under section formula. And another thing is parallelogram. Now in a parallelogram there will be 4 vertices, 3 vertices will be provided for us, and we are supposed to find it out the 4th coordinate, or some unknowns will be hidden in some of the coordinates out of 4 coordinates of a parallelogram. From there, that unknown should we find it out. So there also we have to use that section formula. So these are the problems, these are the units that we need to see from the coordinate geometry, and case-based questions may be there in the board examination from this coordinate geometry chapter. So it gives us how many marks? 6 marks. So this 6 marks you should score by anyhow. So one small tips for this I am going to give it to you. Suppose you have 2 points, x1, y1, and another point is that x2, y2, and you are supposed to find it out the distance. So according to distance formula, suppose this is P, this is Q. PQ will be square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now to check the types of quadrilateral, 4 coordinates will be provided for us. To check the types of quadrilaterals, we need to find it out 6 distances, 4 sides and 2 diagonals. It takes lots of time. If you have a very common or very tricky way to find it out the distance between any 2 points, then it will be very easy for you. Suppose I will give you one demonstration. One point is 2, 3, another is 5, 6. You need to find it out the distance. So distance is, first of all, put the square root. Now look at here. 2 and 5, they used to have a same sign. For coordinate geometry, subtract it. 5 minus 2, 3. 3 square is 9. Next, here is 6. 6, here is 3. Both used to have a same sign. That means you have to subtract. 6 minus 3, 3. 3 square is 9. So it will be square root of 18, which will be 3 square root of 2. Suppose you have negative numbers, just like this, minus 2, 4. And 6, 1. So under this case, square root minus 2 and 6, you have to check x only. 6 and minus 2, they used to have opposite sign. Go for addition. 6 plus 2, 8. 80 square is 64. And 4 and 1 used to have a same sign. Subtract it. 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 square is 9. So it gives us a square root of 73 unit. So if you use this trick, it will take less time to check the given coordinates are forming what type of quadrilateral or what type of triangles. Now next, from section formula. Look at here, the section formula is xy is equals to, first suppose this is point P, this is point Q, and here somewhere is R. Coordinate of this one is suppose x1 y1, this one is x2 y2, this R is suppose xy, and this is m1 m2. This is very easy trick to memorize the formula. m1 plus m2 for both the things. Write it down. Total number of parts. Now to find the value of x, the only x coordinate points should be used. So here is x1, there is x2. This x1 will be multiplied with m2, x2 will be multiplied with m1. So m1 x2 plus m2 x1. And here for y also same, m1 y2 plus m2 y1. Or else you can use this one also, m plus m, m plus m, mx plus mx, here my plus my. Now use 1 2 2 1 1 2 1 2 2 1 1 2. By using this trick also you can memorize the section formula. For midpoint formula, m1 and m2 will be same, only the average of x will give us coordinate of x and the average of y give us the coordinate of y. Now here you can see the unknown here are xy, m1 is to m2, x1 y1 and x2 y2. Out of these 4, any 3 will be given to us. Fourth we need to find it out, but to find that the formula is only this one. Clear or not? If someone asks you to find it out the midpoint, suppose there are 2 points 2, 4 and 6, minus 3, you need to find it out the midpoint. Now just first add, find the average of x part. 6 plus 2 is 8, 8 divided by 2 is 4, and 4 and minus 3 is there. If you add 4 and minus 3, it gives us 1. 1 divided by 2 is 0.5, or else you can write 1 by 2. So these are few tricks, few ideas to find it out directly, midpoint of the given points. And another thing is that I have given you a simple idea how to calculate the distance between any 2 points using formula and without using formula. But remember, while writing the answers, always write the formula at least for once. And one of the distance should be calculated using the values in that formula. To find the other distances from a same question, that you can use that trick that I just have given you before this explanation. Now next is geometry. Geometry carries 15 marks containing 2 chapters. Triangles, very direct things I am going to tell you. Triangles, from triangles only 2 things you have to see. First one is BPT, that means Thales theorem, basic proportionality theorem with proof. Second, converse of basic proportionality theorem without proof and their applications. If the theorem will be there in the examination, then application won't be there. If application will be asked, so theorem won't be there. So only these things we have from the triangles, first part. And second part is similarity of triangles. From similarity of triangles, the proof of the theorems are not necessary, only you have to go with the applications. That means how to prove any 2 triangles are similar. And if similar triangles are there, and what can we write? What are the conclusions that we can write from there? Only that things that we need to see from here. So this is from triangles chapter. From circles, only 2 theorems. Theorem 1 and Theorem 2 that you have in NCERT book. Theorem 1 says that tangent and radius are perpendicular at the point of contact. And second, number of tangents drawn from an external points are 2. And the length of the tangents drawn from an external point to the circles are equal. That is second theorem. You have to see the proof of these 2 theorems and problems that you have in the exercise and their applications of the theorems. If you go through it, this unit is one of the most easy. Geometry is easy for those who can analyze the figure very clearly. If you have a potential to analyze the figures, then geometry section will be very easy. And this is direct, you will be getting the direct questions. Just you have to use some of your brain, some part of your brain. Then the direct questions will be there. Only basic ideas should be used, and this unit is a scoring unit. And maximum marks distribution is also there from the geometry section. Moving to the next, mensuration. Two chapters, areas related to circle and surface areas and volumes. From areas related to circle, practice the problems to find it out. Area of sector, area of segment, length of an arc. Theta by 360 pi r square, area of sector. Theta by 360 2 pi r, length of an arc. Area of sector minus area of corresponding triangle will give us area of segment. And to find the area of triangle, basic formula can be used, half r square sine theta. But this formula can be used if theta is a standard angle. That means 30, 45, 60, 90. So these are the points from where the questions will be asked in the board examination from these chapters, areas related to circle. But every time direct radius and angle will be not provided for us. Instead of direct giving the angles, they may ask you to find it out the area of the quadrant, where you should understand that theta is 90 degree. In case of formula, that you have to use 1 by 4 pi r square. Another thing is that sometimes you need to find it out the area of the segment, and whose angle will be provided for us, and radius will not be provided for us. Instead of radius, sometimes circumference will be given to us. From there, first we need to obtain the radius, then only we can proceed further. Another is surface areas and volumes. Two exercise from the book. First, only dealing with the surface area. Second is volume, but combination of two solid shapes. Because direct questions, single solid shapes, such type of problems we already have seen in class 9. But in class 10, in the board examination, combination with the two solids. From there, from that unit, question will be asked. Be careful to solve the problems under surface areas, because surface area, if something is taken away, it is cut into the pieces, then surface area will be increased. But in case of volume, if you are adding, volume will be added. If you cut the parts, the volume will be reduced. These things that you have to see from this chapter, mensuration. Next is trigonometry, introduction and application. Application means height and distance. From introduction, practice the problems, trigonometric ratios, the problems just like this. Sine theta is equals to, let's say, 4 by 5, find the value of tan theta, cot theta. Such type of problems related to trigonometric ratios will be asked. Second is trigonometric table, problems related to the trigonometric table. And another is that problems related to the angles. One simple question for you. If sine A plus B is equals to 1 and tan A minus B is equals to, let's say, 1 by root 3. From there, if A and B are acute angles and A plus B is less than or equal to 90 or greater than or equal to 0. Similarly, for A minus B is less than or equal to 90 or greater than or equal to 0. Then what may be the value of A and B? That comes under this angle section. This is also one of the most important questions that we already have seen in the previous year. Next is that proving the identities. Some identities you are supposed to prove. These are the parts that you have to see from the introduction. And from application, height and distance. But for height and distance, two types of problems that you need to practice. One is related to the one right angle triangle, and second related to two right angle triangles that you need to practice from the trigonometry. You will score easily 12 marks from this trigonometry. Next is statistics. Direct questions will be asked. From mean, there are three parts: mean, median, mode. First, from mean, direct method, assumed mean method, and missing frequency. From mode, direct to find the mode or missing frequency. From median, direct to find the median and missing frequency. And lastly, empirical formula, where 3 median is equals to mode plus 2 mean. Related to that, different questions may be asked. Be careful for that. So from statistics, mean, median, mode. Mean has 3 parts. Mean has 3 things: direct method, assumed mean method, and missing frequency. Mode, direct and missing frequency. Median, direct and missing frequency. And empirical formula, some questions may be asked, and sometimes the questions will be asked just like this: one class interval and one frequency distribution table will be provided for us. From there you need to find it out what will be the sum of the lower limit of median class and upper limit of model class. Such type of questions may be asked from the unit statistics. Last is probability. From probability, direct questions will be there related to coin, dice, cards, etc. Accidentally good pens and not good pens are mixed together. If one of the pen is drawn from there, what is the probability of getting that drawn pen is good ones, the drawn pen is not good pen? So such type of questions will be there. And from coin, tossing a coin once, tossing a coin twice, or tossing two coins simultaneously, tossing a coin thrice from coins. And question will be asked, what is the probability of getting at least one head, at least two heads, at most one head, at most two tails, just like this. From dice, rolling a die once or rolling a dice twice. Cards, playing cards, sometimes replacement questions may be asked. So these are the areas from where question will be asked in the board examination. And sometimes abstract questions will be asked. That abstract questions will contain number of observations, just like this. Suppose a bag contains 5 red balls and let's say some white balls. If the probability of getting white ball is double the probability of getting the red ball, then what is the number of white balls? Such type of problems may be there. And another thing I want to add at the end of the probability, in this probability, one frequency distribution table will be provided for us. Frequency distribution table will be there. From there also a probability question may be asked. There is a possibility to get such type of questions. So these are the areas from where the questions will be asked from all 14 chapters. Only these are the areas, these are the units. If you prepare only from these things that I have given in this video, you will score very good marks. One thing I want to add, in CBSE board examination, remember, maximum questions will be competency based. Now first thing that you need to understand, what is that competency based? The competency based means not the direct question. At least you should understand the question and you have to use the logic for this. I want to give you one example. Suppose 2 plus 3. How much is 2 plus 3? It's 5. But if it has to convert as a competency based, it can be asked like this: what is the sum of smallest two consecutive primes? Smallest prime is 2 and its consecutive prime is 3. Or what is the sum of smallest two different prime numbers? So smallest prime is 2 and its consecutive prime is 3. Next prime is 3. So 2 plus 3 is 5. So instead of asking 2 plus 3, what is the value of 2 plus 3? They may ask like that also. Competency based means this. You have to use the logic. And in this year 2026, I have observed that by looking into the sample papers, various sample papers, what I have observed that the question will be of mensuration, but you are using the concept of quadratic equation. You are solving the problem in triangles. You are using the concept of pair of linear equations. You are solving the problems there in the circles and you are using the concept of quadratic equation or algebra. You are solving the problems there in the real number and you are using some ideas of algebra. That means interdisciplinary questions will be there in the board examination. Just at the end, what I have told you, one frequency distribution table will be provided for us. That is actually what we used to think is, if the frequency distribution table is provided for us, definitely question will be to find mean median mode. But from there, find the probability. Such type of problems will be there. So that is we cannot say interdisciplinary, but one question will be asked. Suppose the question will be asked from the geometry section, but you are using the concept of algebra. And remember one thing, for proving the identity section for trigonometry, from trigonometry unit, almost all the steps will be followed by algebraic method. Sometimes almost 20 to 25% only, 20 to 25% only will be the use of trigonometry. Other than that, throughout all the steps, what will be used? Algebra. The identities of algebra will be used. So these are the things, these are the ideas, and these are the concepts that we need here at the near of the examination, for revision especially. For revision, I have made this video for you all. If you practice by checking the parts that I have given in this video, you are not going to regret anymore. You will score a very good marks. That is for sure. This unit, this last point that I am telling you, this point is only for those who are struggling to get passed in mathematics. For you, practice real number, it gives you 6 marks. Coordinate geometry, 6 marks. Statistics and probability, 11 marks. Let's say 10 marks. Total, you will be getting 20 to 23 marks from there. Out of 80, 20 to 23. And memorize 3 theorems, statement and the proof, and practice find the value of k if the nature of the roots are given to us. If you practice such type of questions only, you will score more than 30 out of 80. So if you are suggesting the chapters, what I am telling you that if you are suggesting this real number, coordinate geometry, statistics, probability, and some important parts, important theorems and important questions that will be asked, that I already have told you here in the video. If you practice this part only, you should practice in such a way that if any type or any form of the questions will be asked from that prepared part, you will be able to answer it. Definitely you will get at least pass marks. Those who are preparing to score more than 75, for you all, these are the checklist, but don't expect that the questions will be very easy. You have to practice variety of questions. Variety of questions. You have to practice HOTS questions. You have to see the previous year questions. One thing I want to add here, in CBSE, some of the questions will be repeated exactly. For that, you have to see the previous year questions, 23, 24, 25. You will have lots of idea. You will learn many things. So, hope this video helps you a lot. Keep learning. Still few days are there. What I suggest you that don't be panic, give your best, let life do the rest, isn't it? And keep practicing and keep revising. Definitely you'll score good marks. Definitely your examination will be nice. All the best. Keep learning, keep enjoying, and if you find this video informative, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much. All the best for your examination.